So it's minus 10 degrees Celsius outside. The snow is really making that squeaking noise. Unfortunately, the snow, it's not on the trees, but it's fine. We do have some snow on the branches, so it will look okay. The thing that I'm going to do today, it's a little bit of a challenge for me. Sometimes I'm forcing myself to think differently in the same location, and it's not always easy to do that, but you can impose some limits on you that will help you think differently if you want. Usually I'm not photographing in such tight spaces with the telephoto lens, with a long lens. But today this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the long lens, the 70 to 200 millimeter, to get more intimate shots and to compress the fields and to add another perspective to what I'm seeing today, what you are seeing today behind me. So it's a really interesting way to force yourself to think differently, and many people use the long lens to kind of shot subjects that are really far away. But it's a challenge to use it in tight spaces where subjects are really close, because you have to pay really close attention to what the other elements are and what elements to include in the photo and what elements not include in the photo, because some of the elements will be really blurry, some will be in sharp. So as far as the technical aspect of this photo shoot, I'm going to always focus on my main area, on my main interesting area, on the subject if you want, and I will use apertures of 5.6, 8 and maybe 11. You need to understand that using the tele lens gives you a different perspective. You see things differently. If you are using a wide angle lens, the foreground elements will look bigger and the background elements will look smaller. If you're using a telephoto lens, you will kind of compress the perspective and you'll kind of lose the sense of depth. So you need to suggest that by using composition elements. And also you need to take into consideration that. So, enough talking, let's go shooting.
Maybe we can change our world around.
What I'm doing right now is scouting the area. It's always a good idea to search for the shots just by looking with your own eye or with the lens, and not forcing your perspective by using the tripod. In many occasions, as I said in previous vlogs, the tripod will make you think differently, but it will limit your movement, and that is why it will limit your perspective. That thing over there, that branch, looks interesting. Also, I'll need to find something in that direction on this creek. I will also try and capture some of the branches in snow. I really like the place because it looks like a painting right now, like a Russian painting. If you're familiar with those paintings, this is how the scenery looks like. So first of all, I'll try shooting that tree over there, and then I'll move on.
Maybe we can waste this fertile ground. The time we have may never come around. The time we have can change.
The minute you realize that you don't have to use the telephoto lens only for subjects that are really far away, it changes very much the way you think about this lens. And I don't want to say that this is a game changer or a mind-shifting thing, but it will change a little bit of the way you are thinking about the lenses you use to capture the nature around you, and the way you can get extremely different perspectives and results by using different lenses in the same location. It's the easiest way to get a completely different result, and it's a really interesting way to challenge yourself and to find out if you can manage to capture the surroundings with a completely different lens, because it's not easy. It's the same thing with a really wide angle lens. I saw many people using really wide angles and capturing everything in the shot, and that shot is about nothing. And it's the same with the telephoto. It's really difficult to isolate only the elements that matter to you, or that truly matter to the photo. So now that we are done here, let's go in that direction over there.
Maybe we should hold against the odds. Maybe favor plays our cards.
The reason for which you see me here in the snow is because of the snow dunes that I saw. I don't know if this is the correct term. If not, please correct me, just to know in the future. But it looks like miniature mountains made of little lumps of snow, and I think it looks really great. It's really interesting, and this type of image can be shot only with a telephoto. If you have a wide angle lens, you'll never get that sensation. But I'm calling these shots My Little Mountains, and I really hope that they will look like this in the photos. I just realized how calming it is to be out here in this cold weather. I told you it's -10, but right now it's not feeling like it's -10. I don't know, I'm not cold, I'm not hungry, I'm not thirsty, I'm not wet. Even if you are not photographing, really enjoying a day out in nature, it's really important, I think, for our mental health, because the daily life, it's so stressful. So many elements are cluttering on you, and so many events, so many news, so many things around us. But being here and in a place like this, just listening to the sound of water and your feet going through all this snow is, I think that there are no words to describe this. It's a temporary solitude that will give you a lot more here inside. Of course, coming back with some photos, it's a lot interesting than just walking, at least for me. But okay, enough with this short meditation and introspective.
Never cease to change. Time it gives you more than you can make. Oh.
I found the next shot. It's gonna be some trees, or one tree that has more trunks and more branches, and I think it will look okay if I manage to blur the background to compress the field a little bit. So let's try to do this shot. It's starting to get windy. Of course, it's gonna get a little bit colder than what it is. So with this last shot of the tree with the branches covered a little bit in the snow and the blurred background, I'm saying goodbye to you. The wind is picking up and it's a lot colder. It's time for me to go somewhere inside to drink a hot cup of tea to warm myself. And I really hope that this short vlog was useful to you and that you will decide to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you are not already subscribed. And don't forget to click the notification bell icon when you subscribe to know exactly when I make a new upload. And if you are already subscribed, thanks for watching, for commenting and supporting my work and sharing my videos. And until next time, keep on photographing. It's the only way that you can get better. Bye bye.
Maybe we can change our world around. Maybe